Hello and welcome back to Dalren Models. I made a little bit of progress since the last video that I've done off camera. I've actually got the main tub attached together and done the carbon fibre decals, and also done the interior with a little bit of detail painting here and there, and added some wires to the back of the engine. So I've got this bit ready and this front bit attached, ready for this video, so that I'm not waiting on glue drying for these parts, so that I can move on. So went together fairly simply, no problems or anything, so ready for the next bit. So to start off this video, I'm going to be doing the suspension. So what I've got, as you saw me painting previously, with these suspension struts. So that's one of the front ones, which I've added some detail to the bolt heads. You can see that I've painted the spring there, so you can see the contrast with the black of the top of the strut and the aluminium that I painted that, and I've given it a light oil wash. I've done the same on the rear ones as well. So, and obviously the brakes are assembled, so that's one of the back ones with that extra piece attached to the caliper that I spoke about last time. So should be a good video. Right, so the first bit to do is to get the suspension attached. So I've actually got the paint removed in the areas that I'm going to be gluing, because if you're using the Tamiya paint glue, Revel glue, Humber, or whatever glue you use that's the polystyrene cement type, it won't glue, it won't stick to the bare painted plastic. It needs to be bare plastic. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on there and a little bit of glue just down in that wheel well, and then the suspension strut slots into there. Get my tweezers. It's a little bit fiddly, but just fits like that. So you've got this piece at the bottom in that little groove there, and then the bit at the top there. So same again on the other side. A little bit of glue on the top there, and a bit of glue down there. I'm just going to pull this out a bit so that I've got a bit more length on it. Running out of glue, so it's not reaching the bottom of the bottle. So again, the same again on this one. I'll just drop it in there to start with, get my tweezers to get it to fit where it should do. As you can see, it's a nice fit, as you would expect from Tamiya. And then I've got the rear to do, so I'm going to start with the suspension struts again. So that one will go in there, so same again, a bit of glue in there and a bit of glue down in there. Get my tweezers to position it, and the same on this side. And then last piece for that is the rear brace, which again I've done a little bit of detail painting. So the bar itself is painted semi-gloss black, the bits that hold it on are painted gloss black, and then I've just painted the bolt heads with titanium gold. So that fits in those two holes there, just behind the suspension. And then I've got the front suspension to put on. You need to check the position of these, where they're going, because you've got on the back of it the locator for the turning part, so that wants to be towards the top at the front, and then it just very carefully, you need to push it into there and then drop that bottom one down, and you hear a bit of a creak as it goes in because you're obviously pulling it apart, but that is why I've glued this piece on prior to doing this, so that I've got a nice glue joint there. So again, same again on this one. If I push it into there, push it up gently, and then ease that bottom one in, and then both sides will turn. And then if I get this, which is the piece to link it, you can see if I hold it like that, that each end is bent upwards, and they want to be towards the top. So if I feed that through there, and grab my tweezers again, because this is quite fiddly now. I'm trying to do this without my fingers getting in the way. So that one just clips onto there, and then that one just clips onto there. Like that. So as you turn one, the other one turns. And then onto the rear ones. So you notice I didn't need any glue on that. And the same on these bits that are going to click in, which is that one. These two pieces at the bottom, sorry I was off camera, these two pieces at the bottom fit into here, and then you've got clip there and clip there. So I will fit those in to that one, and then do the top one. And what I'll do in that, because I haven't scraped the glue off, is I'll just get a bit of super glue just on there. And then I can push that on. Knocking the camera, sorry about that. And you need to make sure, I'm just wondering why it wasn't going in, that the axle goes in properly. And in the process of doing that, I've knocked the rear caliper off, so I'll glue that back on later. But I'll show you what I did wrong on this one. So if you notice, you've got the rear drive shaft there. So as I was feeding it in, that drive shaft wasn't aligned. So I will push that one into there, push that one into there, and make sure that the drive shaft actually goes into the centre on that one. So I'm going to push it in. So again, a little bit of super glue on the back here. And notice it's not going in again because that drive shaft has moved. I'm just trying to position it so you can actually see it on camera. So if I just move that slightly, and you can see that they've slotted on there, okay. So that's that bit done. And then the last couple of pieces I'm going to do in this video, I've got this piece to go on the front there, which again I'm going to use super glue for that because I've got paint on it. So just a little bit under there, and a bit in there, and a bit in that one. I've also replaced the top of that with a piece of photo etch, which I've given a dark oil wash, so that should give a bit of a contrast when you look through the front. So you can see that's glued in there. And then finally is the back cover. And what I've done on the back cover is these pieces here are plastic in the kit, and I've actually used the photo etch part from the hobby design set, and I don't know whether you can actually see in there, but you've got these little, got my tweezers to point to them, you've got these little pins down here, and the same on the other side. and obviously I've applied the carbon fibre decal over this part as well, so that's all dry, and then it's had the 2K clear over that to give it a nice finish. So you've got 4 attachment points on this. You've got 2 here and 2 here, which align with 4 round notches there. So I'll just apply a bit of glue into each one of these holes. And that should be the underside done. So like I said, I'll put that caliper back on later. But the final thing that I was going to do in this video was show you this, which is the fan assembly. And again, there's carbon fibre decals applied to it, which come with the extra Tamiya sheet, and I've given the fans a bit of a dry brush. And the reason that there's chip there, and I've also had to do the same on the inside of that, is because it doesn't quite fit over the photo etch properly. So as I mentioned in the previous video when I was painting this, I've masked that up and then painted the inside, so it gives you a sneak preview of what the body colour is going to look like. So it's not been polished or anything, because it's not actually going to be visible really once it's all finished off. So I'm just going to run some glue around the edge of this, and then I'm going to attach that. So again, I don't want hardly any glue on this piece because I don't want it fogging up. But with the 2K clear, the 02K clear that I've used, with all of those polyurethane type clear coats, if you start trying to scrape at it, you potentially can have it separating and lifting, and then you'll ruin your finish, which obviously you don't want. So I'm not going to play about that. So as you can see the fans, and you can pretty much see it like that through the bonnet grill once it's done. So I'll just attach some glue around the back of that, and then we're done. So again, it doesn't need loads on this, just enough to hold it in place. And then that goes that way round and just attaches to the front there, just like that. So that's it for this video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.